I think I'm live. Hi, guys. Welcome to the channel for all the babes who create their own life trends. My name is Anastasia, and you are officially all on my live. Of course, I'm going to give it just a few moments for all of you to sign up. Let me see how I look. Looking good, Anastasia. It's part of my self-love journey, guys. So I see already people signing up. Hello. So I'm gonna give just a few minutes for everyone to sign up. And in the meantime, I'm gonna give everyone just a few housekeeping rules. So first of all, this is live. Hello. Hi, guys. So first of all, ciao, Salo, ciao, grazie. Um, First of all, this live is going to be obviously recorded. It is being recorded and it's going to be posted. So those of you who are watching this live and it's not live anymore because obviously it's going to be post live, feel free to ask any questions in the comments. I will respond even after this live is over. I want to make sure that I address all the questions. So even if you're watching this video and I'm no longer live, leave your comments underneath this video and I will respond as always, I promise, okay? So just wanted for you guys to know. And of course, who is watching this live or post live and you're new to my channel, I would be so grateful if my vibe resonates and this channel vibe resonates with you. And I truly hope that you guys will subscribe. I truly, with all my heart, all my community can confirm, I truly love every single one of you. You guys are amazing. And I do what I do because I truly want to genuinely help people to travel this world and just have the best time. So I really enjoy this channel and I truly love my community, and I would be grateful if all who is watching this live subscribe, and of course bring all your relatives and friends and work colleagues and parents and everyone. I of course would love to welcome everyone to my channel. All right, after this kind of shameless promotion of my channel, let's begin. Good morning. Good morning, Rini. Oh my God, I'm so happy that I caught everyone at a good time. I hope this is a good time for you guys because I know it's morning in the US. And since primarily my audience is from the US, then I hope that this is a good time. I am in Italy, Rome, Italy. I just got back from Greece. I was for 21 days in Greece this summer. And I know a lot of you might say, oh, that's a lot of days, Anastasia, but honestly, guys, it's never enough in Greece. Last year, I spent over 6 months traveling Greece. So I'm sure those of you who are part of my channel, you guys saw all the videos from Greece, and I just love Greece so much. So it's just never enough of time there. But all right, let's see. I have more and more people signing up. I love it. So let's get to your questions. And then, of course, in between, I will be sharing with you different Greece travel tips, Italy travel tips for this fall. So ask me anything you guys want when it comes to packing for Italy or packing for Greece. What is the weather like? What to do in Greece? What to do in Italy in the fall. Today, I want to cover specifically the fall part because obviously so many people are about to start traveling to Europe in general, and of course, Italy and Greece in particular, since I do specialize specifically on Italy and Greece, my two favorite countries in the world. All right, so let's see. Salvo is asking. Okay. Okay, for those of you who don't know Italian, Salve, molto gentile, grazie per la tua domanda. We're going to move on because I'm going to be answering just travel questions and fashion questions and everything related to travel and fashion. Personal questions like that I will not be answering in this live. Hi, Martha, how are you? How are you? How are you doing? Let's see. Ciao, Anastasia. Which place in Greece you loved the most? Love from my vision, guys. My vision. Love from Manila, Philippines. Oh, Philippines are watching. I love it. Hi. What place in Greece you love the most? Okay, guys. So far, my absolute favorite place and where I really see myself spending a lot of time, to the point where I'm thinking more and more about dividing my time between Greece and Italy. I I'm not going to say it's going to be 50-50, but more and more I'm leaning towards the possibility of spending maybe like 70-30. Obviously 70 in Rome, 30 in Greece, but yes, I'm going more and more, I'm leaning towards that direction. But the place where I want to spend my time in Greece so far is Paris. I really, really love Paris. And it is the place that resonates with me the most. Now, guys, one thing that I want to stress in that part of the discussion is that every person is so individual. And I met so many people around the world. And when they travel to Greece, every single person has a completely different take on the island that they like or the mainland part that they like. So a lot of people, for example, are obsessed with Rhodos. They love Rhodos. They find that architecture there and food and just the entire environment and beaches are the best. I, for example, quite indifferent towards Rhodos. I do love beaches in Rhodos, but when I was there, I didn't feel like my soul connected to that place. So I love it. I've been there. I created hopefully a very useful guide for you on Rhodos, but I cannot see myself living in Rhodos. Whereas Paros, and you guys know last year I spent 2 months in Paros, and this year I spent about 2 weeks there. Paris is another thing. As soon as I got there, I just felt home. I can't explain this. It's something on a soul level. You guys know I'm very spiritual, and I just think that Paris resonates with me the most. I love beaches there. I love the people. I love the food. I always have the best experiences. Every time I arrive there, I'm like, I'm home. It's kind of the same feeling that Rome gives me. It just, I'm home and I can see myself living there for years and years and years. Again, maybe something will change, but Paros so far is my favorite place in Greece. Of course, Mykonos is very nice, but I cannot do Mykonos more than 5 days. Mykonos, you have to go to Mykonos with a lot of energy. I always say that to people. Don't go to Mykonos trying to recharge. That's not going to happen. Mykonos is one of those places where you need to have a lot of energy, and then you go and you just spend all your money and all your energy, and you obviously in exchange get memories that going to last you a lifetime. Mykonos is amazing, I love it, but I could never see myself living there. It's too fast paced, it's too wild. I just, Paris to me is the best combination of all the islands that I visited so far. Hope that answers your question. All right, so let's see. I'll be in Rome on September 12th. What do you think I should pack? Trying to pack as light as possible. We will be there for 2 weeks. Great question, Jennifer. And I know a lot of you were asking me for creating a video on what to wear in Italy in fall, and it's coming, I promise, guys. I just got back from Greece, so I needed just a few days to kind of get myself together. I also have tons of content on Greece that I will be releasing starting next week. Hopefully, to be honest, it's going to depend on my editor. I mean, bless his heart. I really hope that he can pull this. Darren, if you're watching this, I need you. But so pretty much, Jennifer, it's going to be still really warm in Italy. Obviously, and Rome in particular. One thing I do recommend is to bring a good mix, because in the evening it starts to get cooler, a little bit cooler. It's not going to be cold, but I would definitely expect t-shirt weather during the day. And then as the temperatures as we're going to be going towards the evening, the temperatures are going to start to decrease. So maybe something just to throw, like very light cardigan. I wouldn't obviously bring any coats or anything like that. It's going to be still too warm for it. The weather in September is incredible. That is one of the reasons it's one of the busiest season and busiest months out of the year to travel to Italy, because the weather is just perfection. So expect just pack light t-shirts, dresses, shirts, and then for the evening, just again, as I said, light cardigan will do. Nothing too bulky, nothing too thick. For sure, you won't need it. The weather in September, guys, those of you who will be traveling to Italy in September, is a true perfection. And in October, same thing. It's going to be gradually start cooling down, but even in October, just expect that there will be days when you're going to be wearing t-shirts and dresses, etc. So, and I mean light dresses, not full dresses. So I hope this answers your question. For example, for me, if I had to pack for Rome, I would bring lots of cotton t-shirts. I would bring a bit linen shirts. I would bring dresses for sure, pants. And if you plan on wearing that in the evening time, I would, even if you're just wearing a t-shirt and a nice pair of jeans for the evening time, I would bring a blazer or a cardigan just to throw on top, and you will be perfectly well dressed. And then for as far as shoes, I would do loafers for sure. Loafers, you will see lots of Italians wearing loafers, men and women. Loafers, sandals for sure, still sandals. If you're going to the beach, then yes, absolutely, you can bring flip-flops. Other than that, I do see there is a big trend, but that's more for teenagers. A lot of girls, you will see them wearing super short jean shorts and cowboy boots. It's been a trend, but that's more for, let's say, younger generation. You will not see adults indulging in this kind of outfits. Let me know if this answers your question. I'm happy to go into more details if you need me to. Looking forward to seeing you Saturday. Martha, me too. I will be emailing you all the information. Martha and I will be going styling and shopping. We're going to be having a styling session for her, and we will be going and shopping all over Rome. I already have amazing boutiques prepared for you, so we're gonna have a good time. I'm going to reach out to you to give you all the details. So I am very excited to meet Martha in person. We're going to have a good time. We're going to visit some stores, some really nice stores that only Italians go to, only Italians know about. So Martha is in for a treat. All right. Um, oh God. Sorry guys, it's just funny. It's funny. Salvor, you're hilarious. You are hilarious. I mean, 10 out of 10 for sense of humor. Awesome, thank you. Okay, cool, Jennifer. Just wanted to make sure that you understand everything that I mentioned, and yeah, just prepare for the time of your lifetime. It's going to be incredible. I'm so excited for you. Rome is magical in September. Definitely one of the best times to visit. It's going to be busy, but it's definitely worth it. Let's see. Thank you for answering earlier. May I ask another? Which would be better overall, Trenitalia or Italo? Thank you again. So guys, honestly, it's almost like potatoes. I don't know. I'm just just making stuff up. But the main difference, honestly, they're very similar. I traveled both. I like both. Italo, a little bit on a cheaper side. Trenitalia, it's a little bit more fancier if you go first class to first class, if you compare their business classes, first classes. So Italo is a bit cheaper. Trenitalia is a little bit of of a, just a fancier version. So it's going to give you that fancier seating and a little bit better services and all of that. But honestly, they're very close. You cannot go wrong. Either one is going to be fine. It's going to take you there. Honestly, guys, if this is the first time you're watching me in general, I have videos on how to travel Italy by train. Definitely make sure to go and watch that video. But traveling Italy by train, in my opinion, is the best way to travel Italy, because I wouldn't recommend anyone renting a car in Italy unless you just really love adrenaline rush and you just really want to test your driving skills. But I think that train system in Italy is fantastic, and the rides from one place to another, from one region to another, are so scenic, and it just gives you such a beautiful peace of mind. You don't have to worry about driving if you're stopping somewhere where you're not supposed to stop. You don't have to kind of share the road with Italian drivers, because it's a skill, guys. It's a skill to drive here, even if you've been driving in the US or Canada or wherever you are for a long time. And one thing that I absolutely love about trains versus, let's say, planes, is that you arrive to the train station. You don't have to arrive a few hours in advance. You arrive maybe like 30 minutes before. You get boarded on the train. You don't have to pay for extra luggage. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. You sit down, you relax. They bring you coffee. If you're traveling first class, they bring you coffee. They bring you juice, whatever you want. You can read a book, you can look outside at the beautiful scenery, you can relax, and just like that, you are at your destination. And it's just so convenient to me. If I have a choice ever between train or plane in Italy, I would always select train. Even car and train. Even if I have a car, which I don't, but even if I had a car, right, in Italy, I still most of the time would have traveled only by train. It's just, to me, it's absolutely fantastic way to travel Italy. All right, let's see. Lucy, hello. Hi, do you have suggestions for how to spend a day in Capri? Yes, Lucy, if you're just going there for a day, Capri, of course, is so stunning. I would spend discovering Capri. I would spend, obviously, it also depends what you like. Last time I was in Capri, I was checking out all the stores there, but you can always go and wander around Capri. There are so many, if you have a day, you obviously want to just understand the layout of the place. You want to see and experience as much of it as possible. So I would go to different places. I would explore the island, buy food. I would obviously at some point sit down and enjoy their traditional dishes and drinks, and just explore as much of the island as possible. That's how I love to enjoy places and explore places. The first day, especially, it doesn't matter if I'm in Greece or in Italy, I just get in a car, or just if it can be discovered by food, then I just walk everywhere just to get the feel for the place, just to understand how it looks, what it is. I usually don't like to concentrate on something specific. And then once I saw already the place, the entire place, then I go and I focus on specific areas or specific activities. But if I only have a day in a place, I usually just love to walk around and check out I guess, the vibe of the place. So that's just my recommendation for Capri. And obviously, if you want to do something else, but that's what I would do. All right, guys. So one thing that I wanted to share with you, since I have you here, is just a reminder, because I do get asked that question quite a lot. Travel restrictions for Greece or Italy. Um, I did make a video on it, but I still sometimes get questions. I guess people just want to double check. All travel restrictions, they've been lifted. So you do not need anything, guys, to travel to Greece or Italy. All you need is your passport and your ticket, and that's it. You don't need to fill out PLF forms. You don't need any certificates, nothing like that. You are good. So just your passport and your ticket, and that's it. And as far as the airport scene, I expected some craziness when I was going to Greece and Italy. People were telling me how their baggages were getting lost, how there were delays at the airports, etc. I personally didn't experience that. Thank God, I didn't experience that neither in Italy nor in Greece, and I traveled quite quite a few times, and airports seemed to be normal. I arrived at a normal time, checked in my bags, no problems, received my bags, again, no issues. Everything seemed as normal. Same for ferries in Greece, because I know a lot of people will be traveling Greece by ferries. For me, guys, honestly, and I just thought about this comparison, for me, traveling Italy by train is like traveling Italy, it's like traveling Greece by ferries. I love traveling Greece by ferries, guys. If someone asks me what my preferred method of traveling Greece, I will always tell you it's ferries. Absolutely 100%. Unless there is some reason why you cannot get there by ferry. Of course, ferries do take some time, and depending where you're traveling by ferry, if you're traveling by ferry from one part of Greece to another, maybe it's not the most convenient way because it's going to take you a lot of hours, then yes, taking a plane is an option. But if I had to choose, and if the destination, if you're, for example, traveling from Santorini to Paros, if I had to choose between taking a plane or a ferry, ferry wins with me all day, every day, pretty much for the same reasons as trains in Italy. Because you don't have to worry about your bags, you don't have to pay baggage fees. You get on a ferry, it's just such a scenic ride. You see other Greek islands, you just enjoy the views. There is food there are drinks, you can read, you can sleep, you can walk around, you can go to the deck and look at other islands. For me, ferries in Greece win, period. So if you're just wondering what's going on in Greece as far as travel, everything as normal. And also for ferries in Greece, guys, you don't need any certificates, nothing like that at all. Once you get your tickets for the ferry, you just present uh, the um, the code, the QR code, and they scan it, and that's it. You don't even need to show your passport or anything like that. So you don't have to worry again filling out PLF form or anything like that. I know we had to do it last year, but ever since then all the restrictions been lifted. So you guys are good for planes, trains, ferries. You don't need to do anything. All right, let's see. Is it a bad idea to go Santorini just for sightseeing, not for beaches in December? Thanks. Anna, to be honest, most people don't go to Santorini for beaches, because Santorini is not famous. Please, sorry, I get distracted for a second. Please don't swap Athens for Rome. No, Lorenzo, no, non succederà mai. I'm not going to move to Greece, guys. No, no, no. Rome is my home forever. I'm not going from here anywhere. And again, I said, if I or when I do start splitting my time, it's going to be definitely Paros for sure. All right, so I was answering, Anna, I was answering to your question. So Santorini is not famous for its beaches. I do have a video, top five, was it top five, top three? I've done it a year ago. So beaches in Santorini, and in my opinion, they are beautiful. I love beaches in Santorini, but that's just me. A lot of people do not like beaches in Santorini. And yes, of course, if you compare them, let's say to Paros or Naxos, yes, it's a bit different. But I personally love beaches in Santorini, but that is not what most people go for. When people go to Santorini, it is for sightseeing. When people go to Santorini, it is for those beautiful views, of course. You can go to Santorini also, if you're into wine, you can go to Santorini for wine tastings. There are a lot of other things to do in Santorini. Now, my only concern is that Santorini, as far as the island just like any island in Greece, is obviously very seasonal. So just expect most of the restaurants, most of the cafes, most of the things that are normally open during the season, they will be closed in December. So if that is not a concern for you, you just want to see the views, you just want to kind of walk around and see those beautiful rooftops of Santorini and just get the feel for the island, yes, absolutely, you can do that at any months of the year. I was in Santorini for a month last year. When was it? April. It was in April. I spent the entire months of April in Santorini during the lockdown. So everything was shut down. Yes, we could easily walk around the island, but nothing was open. Maybe like a couple of restaurants, and that's it. And then, of course, it was too cold for swimming. But I still went to all the beaches. I still walked around. I still enjoyed the heck out of Santorini. I enjoyed the views. I enjoyed the little alleys. I enjoyed the beaches. I enjoyed the food. What I normally recommend, and this is just me, I pay a lot of attention to the accommodation. So I got myself this really nice cave. It was I literally a cave, a huge cave. I spent the entire month living in a cave. And I also had a very nice backyard, and everything was done in such a Santorini style that even though a lot of places, or most places, or pretty much all the places were closed in Santorini, I still enjoyed that Santorini vibe, because when I think of Santorini, of course I think about caves. So I would just make the Santorini experience yours. But don't worry about not being able to swim, because, as I said, people usually don't go to Santorini for beaches. And when they do get disappointed a lot of times, because Santorini is not a place for beaches. If you want to go for the best beaches in Greece, then and if you want to stay in Cyclades, obviously, then you can go to Paros, for example. You can go to Naxos, but it's definitely not Santorini. So if you're going there for sightseeing, it's perfect. Someone is walking their dog. Okay. Did I say duck or dog? Dog. If one day Ischia or oh, Deborah, that's a tough one. I will have to think on that one, because yeah, I would say I would probably say Ischia, to be honest. Lorenzo says, grazie. Ma di che, Lorenzo? I will never leave Rome. You cannot get rid of me, guys. I love this city too much. You got it, Anna. You got it, of course. Random question. Would you travel to Southeast Asia? I feel you will like the beaches here. Bali in Indonesia, of course. Oh, absolutely. It is definitely on my travel list. I will definitely make it to Southeast Asia at some point. 100%. 100%. I'm definitely going to visit. I do have plans in the near future, hopefully near future, to dedicate more and more of my time to traveling and exploring this world and sharing its beauty with you guys. It's definitely a huge goal of mine right now, because obviously this channel is growing. I do a lot of I have I have things that I have to be here for in Rome and in Greece and in Europe in general. But as the channel expands, I do plan on also going to Southeast Asia, etc. For sure. Um, Everyone who's been there obviously blown away by the beauty of it. I Yeah, I definitely have that in my plans. So stay tuned, guys. As soon as I can, I will. But I think that will be a very good part for me to also tell you that one of the reasons why I do spend a lot of time in Rome, except for the fact that, of course, I absolutely love the city. You guys know I do a lot of styling here, so I always have clients who come here and I style them for different events, or I help them to create wardrobes for fall or winter, spring or summer, and I just love it so much. And I, throughout the years, because I've been doing this for many years, I built just beautiful clientele, and of course they need me here a lot of times. So let's see. Yay, excited for your future content. Grazie. Yes, thank you so much. And thank you guys for all your support. Truly, just having a community like that, I sometimes I get emotional when I talk about it, because I just feel like we're a big family, and I do genuinely love this community, and I want to do more and more and more and more for you guys. And I'm constantly thinking of ways, what can I, because I do have a very busy life, and I always think, okay, what can I cut so I can give more time to YouTube, and what can I do? How can I rearrange things? I truly enjoy creating content for you guys, and I truly enjoy interacting with you. So the more people who are a part of my community, of course, the more videos, the more opportunities I have to create the videos for you guys. So let's see. My trip to Greece was a success thanks to you and the videos. Thank you. Oh my God, made my day. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Let me know where you went. I'm curious. Which islands did you visit? Did you visit Athens? I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for writing that. Thank you for taking your time to write that. Let's see. Linda says, what, or asks, what type of outwear should I bring for a trip to Rome in early November? Love your style. Thank you, Linda. Rome in November, I would say definitely a trench coat. Again, it also depends if it's an, oh, you said early November. For early November, I would bring a trench coat, nice trench coat. I would also obviously bring sweaters, even though I know that's not outwear, but I would bring sweaters that you can put and then trench coat on top. What I recommend, and this is more of a stylist recommendation, if you don't have yet trench coat and you will go to get one, I would recommend usually to get a trench coat at least 2 sizes bigger than what you normally wear, because one of the big faux pas that I see a lot of times in fashion is that people get trench coat of the same size that they would get their other clothes. Let's say if you normally wear a size medium, they would get medium trench coat. And the reason why you want to get bigger trench coat is because when you wear in a sweater, let's say underneath that trench coat, you don't want that trench coat to be super, super, super tight on you that you can almost see, your sweater just bulking up. It's definitely not the look. So trench coat, an oversized trench coat would be just perfect for early November for sure. And sweaters, definitely bring a lot of sweaters. Again, November, it depends on November, because November is tricky. Sometimes you get incredible days, and sometimes it just gets really, really cold. I wouldn't say really, really cold. I'm exaggerating right now, but you want to bring more clothes on the warmer side than the, let's say, like t-shirts, right? So trench coats for sure will be your best friend. Also, you will see a lot of Italians wearing leather jackets. So if you have one, definitely bring a leather jacket. Again, normally the rule is to get them at least 2 sizes bigger than what you normally would get, so you can wear layers underneath the leather jacket or the trench coat. So you will see a lot of people wearing leather jackets and trench coats. If you go into Italy, that's pretty much what you'll see Italians wear. I hope that answers your question. Let's see, Maria. I'll be in Italy the first 2 weeks of October. Nice, nice. What's the weather like at this time and what I should pack in my carry-on? Thanks for your help. Love the channel. Thank you, Maria. So, October, let's see, first 2 weeks of October, it's still going to be quite warm here. Now, I don't know exactly where you're going in Italy, if you're going to be more in a central part, if you're going to be in Lazio area and down south, or you will go up north, because obviously the weather will be a little bit different. But overall, I would say first 2 weeks of October are still quite warm. So what I usually recommend is to bring a good mix of clothes. You definitely want light clothes, you want shirts, you want pants, but at the same time, a couple of t-shirts, and you do want to start bringing a little bit of a warmer clothes, warmer cardigans, blazers. I love the look in October when someone is wearing nice pair of jeans or pants, t-shirt, and a nice blazer on top. Kind of like what I recommended for September. Because the thing is, with that kind of look, it's so stylish, but at the same time, it's so practical. If you get hot, you can take the blazer off and you're left in a nice, let's say, just simple cotton t-shirt, or you can put the blazer on if you get cold. You can also do cardigan. A lot of people you will see start mixing the styles. They will do, for example, like a very light silk dress, and then they would put sweater on top. So you will start seeing a lot of mix of fall and summer fashion. A lot of girls you will see wearing boots already at this point, and they will be wearing boots with dresses. But I promise, guys, I promise I will make a video on what to wear in Italy in the fall. And of course, that will include October. So I promise it's going to get done. I know a lot of you asking me what to wear in Italy in the fall. I know it's a big question. And here's the thing. I understand why, because the weather is so unpredictable. It's kind of going to be a mix between warm days and cooler days, not cold, cooler days, and then from the second half of November, you also need to throw into the mix the fact that there is a big chance, a huge chance that it's going to start raining as well. So I understand fall is a bit tricky. So what I would recommend is just to bring a good mix. Dresses, I love fall dresses, by the way. Don't underestimate fall dresses. If you have them, definitely bring them. I hope that answers your question. If you want me to be more specific, like for carry on, bring 2 t-shirts, three t-shirts, depends if you love t-shirts, a blazer, definitely a couple of pair of jeans or pants, depending if you love jeans or pants. Cardigans, if you wear cardigans, bring 1 or 2. Yeah, and then again, loafers, tennis shoes. I wouldn't do much of sandals the first week of October. I would more do loafers and tennis shoes. And as far as the heels, girls, I wouldn't bring a bunch of heels. You're not going to be wearing them, and then you're just going to waste a bunch of space in your suitcase or carry-on. Let me know if you have any specific questions based on what I just told you. Let's see. I love that the questions are on Greece and Italy. I love it, guys. I love it because those are my 2 favorite countries, and I just love talking about them. And it's just awesome that you're asking me about both. So thank you, guys. I don't know, just wanted to mention that. So let's see. Santorini, Mykonos, and Athens last June. Oh, nice! Santorini, Mykonos, and Athens. Which one did you like the most? Obviously, they're all 3 are completely different, but did you have a favorite? Yeah, Santorini gives you that like very romantic vibe. Mykonos is all about just having a good time, And Athens obviously just gives you that big city vibe, but mixed with a lot of history. So let's see. Um, end of September. Anyone knows what the weather is like there? I don't. Yeah, I don't. So if anyone can help, I don't want to butcher your name. Jean, do you know it? 18 Island. Hmm. I mean, overall, just to give you my 2 cents, Greece is still really, really warm in September. As a matter of fact, September is also one of the best months to travel Greece, period. So I would definitely expect a very, very good weather. And the great thing about traveling Greek islands in um, September is that the water is already all warmed up from all the summer months. So it's just perfection, the temperature, and then obviously you have less crowds, and yeah, it's fantastic. It's still warm, it's still nice. So these are just my 2 cents on generally September weather in Greece. And I hope someone can help you with that specific island question. New subscriber, R&R, thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. This channel means so much to me. Those of you who've been from the beginning, you guys know when I started it from the very beginning, it's truly been a labor of love. Let's see. I will be going from Rome and Florence. Thanks for the tips. You mean you will be going from Maria? You mean Oh, to Rome. Okay, to Rome and Florence. Oh, yeah, you will be fine. First 2 weeks in October, Rome is very warm. It's still very warm. Again, just bring like a nice light cardigan or maybe a jean jacket for the evening or a blazer, but it's still going to be warm mainly. If you were in the northern Italy, I would say, okay, that's when the temperatures are going to start cooling down there, but yeah, you're going to be fine. Mykonos, you loved Mykonos, huh? All the beach clubs are nice. I rent the car like you suggested, and it was nice little tricky. Yeah, I mean, honestly, beach clubs in Mykonos are just uncomparable. I've never seen anything like beach clubs in Mykonos. They really know how to do it right. Oh my God, Mykonos, as locals call it Mykono. It's actually really funny. First time I heard it, I was like, Mykono, and then I was like, oh, they meant Mykonos. So I don't know why. I don't know Greek, but for some reason locals or just Greek people in general don't pronounce as they just say Mykono. But yeah, Principote, Namos, Scorpios. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. Mykonos is amazing. Amazing. And honestly, hat off to you for driving there. It's yeah, I could never. I could never. I had for this year, I actually had my dad um yeah, it's a long story, but I had I had my dad just go over with me how to use a manual car in Greece because normally just drive automatic, but they didn't have any automatic, so I had to learn how to drive a manual car. Thank you, Dad. Thank you for such a nice channel, really. Thank you. Thank you. You are very bubbly. Thank you. Hey, Anastasia, do you have any restaurant recommendations for supper in Rome? I do. I mean, there are a lot of really good ones. And I, what I do, guys, actually, and this is going to be kind of a shameless promotion of my Patreon community, I share tons of content, exclusive content with my Patreon community. You don't have to join if you don't want to. It's up to you completely. But if you want to support my work, and if you want tons of specific recommendations like best pizza places, best supper places, just this week I shared with my Patreon community the best taxi service. I give them the specific phone number of the owner with whom you can rent a taxi. You can just WhatsApp him and do it. So I give a lot of extra tips for my Patreon community, because obviously they support me, they support this channel, and I do share with them a lot of extra information for Italy, for Greece, for Rome, for different islands in Greece. So my Patreon community does get a lot of those extra tips. So if you're interested in joining, I put the link already in the description for you guys. Again, you don't have to. I provide tons of free content on my channel every single week. But if you are interested, if you want that extra information from me, if you want that extra tips, if you want to just have a more of a direct access to me, then Patreon community, my Patreon community is definitely a way to do it. There people do get a lot of extra information. And again, all my Patreons, I love you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you for supporting my work and what I do. And yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you. So the next thing, I have a bunch of things that I want to discuss with you. Oh, guys, one thing, make sure that you are booking absolutely everything in advance. Please do not expect to come to Rome. Let's say I give Rome as an example, and start booking things. September and October, as I said, are two busiest months out of the entire year. So everything is already booked. And I'm sure you already experienced that. If you were booking a little bit last minute, you experienced most of the hotels being booked out, a lot of restaurants already reserved. Everything has been pretty much already done, closed. If you call them to good restaurants, they're going to tell you that their next availability is November 15th. So please make sure that you book every single thing in advance. Restaurants, obviously accommodations, experiences, museums, just everything you want to experience. Please make sure that you're booking before you go, because I cannot tell you how many people get disappointed because they want to see something, and unfortunately it's already booked out weeks and weeks and weeks. And again, even restaurants, guys. So very important, even experiences. So for example, my styling, for the months of September, I'm pretty much already all booked out. So just make sure that you guys are booking everything in advance. And one thing that I wanted to stress out, and I learned it the hard way, that's why I'm sharing it with you also for Greece, guys. For August, I had 21 days this year in Greece. So I thought, well, fine, I will make a reservation a week in advance or two. I went to one of my favorite restaurants in Paris, which is Mario. You guys know it's in my top 5 best places in Paris. I have a video on it. And I said, I'm here, for 2 weeks. So just give me any available evening, whatever you guys have. You know what they told me, guys? They looked at me and they said, our first availability is October 2nd. Guys, October 2nd. So if you plan on traveling Greece in August, do not wait. Don't make my mistake. Especially if you're going to a popular island, make sure you reserve everything in advance. Even at the beach clubs, it's impossible to even get a sunbed in Paris or Mykonos or popular places, popular islands. So, excuse me. So make sure that if you are going to, let's say, Greece or Italy in August, September, October, you book everything in advance. Even things that maybe not that big of a deal, book them just in case. So let's see. Um, Hello, love your channel and videos. Thank you, Christopher. I'm planning a trip to Italy in February. How is the weather and the level of tourism? Thank you so much. 1 second, I'm gonna grab some water. Mm, okay, I'm back. I promise to myself every single time I'm gonna drink water while I talk, and then I forget, and then my throat starts to hurt. So, Italy in February. If you watch my videos on Italy in general, you will know that I always talk about how incredible Italy is in February. I think it's one of the best months to visit Italy. It's not what a lot of people think. The weather a lot of times is actually absolutely incredible. We have most of the time we have blue skies, sunshine. The weather a lot of times is extremely nice. Of course, again, it depends where you go in Italy, but most of Italy, the weather in February is absolutely incredible. A lot of people don't believe it. I mean, even in Rome in February, we a lot of times dine outside. Yes, there are heaters on, but we eat in very light coats. The weather is a perfection. I feel like February is the best kept secret of Italy. Honestly, it's just such a perfect month. There are no crowds. The prices are very low because obviously there are almost no tourists. So that answers your question with the tourism, and it's just the most incredible months to. In my opinion, February is one of the best months to visit Italy. So I would definitely look into visiting Italy in February. I mean, there are so many pluses. You get best prices. You get to pick from a lot of different accommodations and activities. You don't have to really book in advance. You don't have to worry about crowds. You get to experience some of incredible food. You have to remember that Italy is very seasonal. So every single season is going to bring you something different. And February is going to bring you a lot of incredible food that you will not be able to try in Italy, let's say in September. So, yes, come to Italy in February. Absolutely. Mali's Crypto says, great channel. Thank you, Mali. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. All your just nice words, and it always feels nice to know that you guys um, appreciate what I do. So thank you. All right, guys, I think this is it. Did I answer all the questions? I know a lot of you yesterday wrote to me in the comments under my announcement that I'm going to do live today and said that you are bringing a lot of questions to the table. And I feel like we've had a very nice live. Hello from Canada. Spent July in Italy and loved it. Yay, Nancy! I always love when people have a good time, no matter where they travel. It's just, to me, it makes me so happy when you guys have positive travel experiences, because you wait, right, the entire year or half a year. Sometimes people wait 3-4 years. They plan for the trip. They want for it to be incredible. So anytime it's a success, you come back, you feel good, you feel energized, you created memories. It just So anytime you guys have a successful trip, for me, it just makes me so happy. So yay, Nancy! I hope you will come back to Italy again, experience it during other time of the year, because obviously Italy is incredible. Every single season is going to bring you something when it comes to food, experiences, things to do. It's incredible. So all right, guys, I think this is it. Last call for questions, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to give you guys a second if you want to ask me something. By the way, it's so hot still in Rome. It's so hot. Oh, and since we're talking about being hot, a lot of people, a lot of my clients who I already see here in Italy, they ask me, They asked me about what's going on with air cons in Italy and why they're so hot. People are literally melting. Yeah, guys, air cons are, most of the Italy has air cons, but they don't use it much. First of all, it's just not part of the culture to put air, put air con on a very like low temperature, because people do afraid that they're going to get sick. And also we have to remember that there are a lot of issues as far as how expensive electricity and gas is in Italy. And yeah, it's expensive, guys, so that's why they don't run it that wild. And also, again, it's because people do afraid to get sick from the aircon. There is just not that aircon culture like we have in the US. So um, I know that in the hotels it's different in the sense that you can just crank it up to obviously whatever temperature you want. But um, yeah, it's expensive, guys. If I told you how much I spent this past winter for 1 month on my heating bill, that was so Eastern European, that accent, on the bill, you guys wouldn't believe it. You guys would not believe it. I was in shock. I think I'm still in shock. It's been in January, we're in August, and I'm still in shock from that bill. And it's not like, I was having a sauna here and having my windows open. I usually I'm very careful when it comes to, you know how much of it I use, especially right now with, with everything that's going on. So I was using it for 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. That's it. And yeah, ouch. So Nancy says definitely will return, but not in July. Yeah, I kind of have an idea why. Yeah, yeah. Again, as I say, if you really want to, if you're wondering when is the best time to travel to Italy, I will tell you, and I said it in a lot of my videos, if you guys watch them. February is incredible. April, May, September, October, those are all excellent months to visit Italy. So let's see. Elaine, hi, can you tell me if Day Trip is a good company for transportation? Thank you. Elaine, not sure I understand the question. Hi, can you tell me if a Day Trip is a good company for transportation? So are you asking me if you should do a day trip, or if you're asking me if I know of a good company to do a day trip? Because normally when I do day trips, let's say I want to go to Florence, I just get on the train from Rome, Termini, to Florence, and I just go there by train. And if you're asking me if it's worth it, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, again, it depends how many days you are where. For example, if you're in Rome for 1.5 days, obviously, no. Even if you're in Rome for 2 days, I wouldn't do a day trip. Even if you're in Rome for 3 days, I wouldn't do a day trip. I would consider doing a day trip only if you have maybe over 4 days in Rome. And even though, guys, I mean, can you imagine seeing Rome in 4 days? You really cannot see Rome even in a week. I mean, it's impossible. There's so much to see and do here if you really want to experience Rome. But I do think day trips are excellent. And again, with train system in Italy, it's so convenient to do them. So I would definitely look into day trips, let's say from Rome, if you're staying here for, over 4 days. But Lane, I'm not sure if that is the question you are asking me. All right, guys, if this is it, oh, let's see. It's a company name we booked for transportation from Bologna to Cinque Terre, stops along the way in Moderna. Oh. I completely misunderstood your question. I've never heard of Good Company, but that doesn't mean that they're not good. I just I just never heard of them. Did you just make sure that you read all the reviews? Make sure that you read the reviews just to see if they're actually a legit company. Make sure that they are good. Make sure that people are not complaining regularly about a certain thing. So definitely make sure to do it. I think these days, if you do a good research on the internet, there are not a lot of companies to kind of who can get away with giving a bad service or being a scammer and someone would not say something. Um, which is better, Florence versus Bologna? Oh, well, it depends what you like, right? Florence will just give you so many museums. If you are into museums, I mean, it's of course you know you have to go to Florence. It's a must. If you enjoy museums, art, yeah, then absolutely. It also depends what kind of food you like. Bologna and Florence are both, of course, known for their food, but Florence is more like Florentine steak, different kind of meat. So if you're into meats, I would go into Florence. Bologna, of course, you know, the famous pasta bolognese that comes from there. And of course, Bologna has also their tons of their traditional dishes. So it also has to do with food. So again, it's very individual. Um, so I would, for example, some people will say, I love Rome. Other people, I love Florence. And if you ask me what I like, I will say Rome just because Rome for me, it's, you know, it's everything. Whereas a lot of people prefer Florence. So again, it's very individual. Just see which one you kind of like more, compare their food, compare what your preferences are as far as what you want to see, etc. So I would focus on that, because if I give you my opinion, it's going to be very individual based on what I prefer, you know. But that's, again, if we go deeper into this whole discussion, it's the filter that I see this world through, you know, through my eyes, my experiences, what I prefer, what Anastasia likes. So just see what you actually like and prefer, compare to, and decide. All right, let's see. You're moving. Oh my God, Molly, that is incredible. Kudos to you for doing it, for being so courageous to move to a new place, to start a new chapter in your life. It takes a lot of courage. So, congratulations and the best of luck for you. Let's see. Nancy says, thank you for this live stream. You're charming and informative while always looking fabulous. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wanted to be relaxed today because, you know, I'm at home all day. So I was like, I gotta get ready and pretty for you guys. So thank you. All right. I think this is it, guys, right? I hope I answered your questions. Again, if I missed something, if you missed something, if you missed this live, then definitely leave me a question below. I will answer it in the comments. One thing, guys, I'm going to be very quick and ask you, please make sure when you ask me questions, it's not through DMs on Instagram or emails. I want to make sure that everyone sees your question and then they see my response to that question, because a lot of people in this community will benefit. Instead of me having to answer the same question over and over again in private, it would be nice if you always ask them in the comments. And also, a lot of people in this community now, because of course everyone travels, everyone has their own experiences, you will get a lot of also information from your fellow travelers in this community. So definitely take advantage of asking your questions in the comments. You will have way more chances of, you know, people responding and me responding, and you will get a lot of extra information. So please make sure to do that. Also, a lot of you ask me if I do create personal itineraries for trips to Greece and Italy. And I do, guys. It's not something that I talk about a lot. It's not the service that I don't think I ever mentioned it, but I do. I do help to create itineraries for people. I do help people to plan their trips. I do live Skype or Zoom calls or WhatsApp or whatever you guys prefer. And I do answer any type of questions for you, specific questions specifically to your trip. So if you do want that kind of service from me, then you can just send me an email. I will leave it in the description below for this live. So you guys can message me and we will schedule the best day and time. I will let you know all the details for that type of a service. So yes, it is something that I do. I do help people from all over the world to create itineraries, to answer all your specific questions, and just pretty much design the entire trip for you from the moment you arrive to the moment where you depart back to your country. So yes, absolutely, it's something that I do. So, and finally, guys, I wanted to thank one more time again my Patreons for being a part of my exclusive Patreon community. And yeah, if you guys want those kind of tips, like what's going on in Rome in September and October, some specific recommendations for the restaurants, for pizzerias, for events, etc., 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 then I welcome you guys to become a part of my Patreon community, and I'm truly grateful for your support. It really means a lot, and it helps a lot. All right, guys, that is it. And yes, I think I answered everything because I don't see any new questions. So yay, 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 yay. Bye, R&R. Bye, everyone. And I have tons of content on Greece that I will be releasing next week, hopefully. So stay tuned, guys. I love you. Have the best Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I hate saying goodbye to you guys. Goodbye.